Modern times impose progress, development, services to people as efficient transport and cities connected more and more, taking in account the needs of a changing society and evolving technologies. At the same time, the world has a past and a heritage testifying this past. How do we approach this past when we want to build, for example, a highway? The definition of preventive archaeology is a micro-container which houses urban archaeology and field archaeology. The goal, the philosophy of preventive archaeology is to protect and to preserve the archaeological heritage and at the same time to respect the need of services to people. Preventive archaeology is to be understood as in the medical field. We prevent in order to avoid curing later. What does it mean to cure after in archaeology? To cure later or do not cure means to find suddenly an unexpected evidence and to stop the works, and in that case it becomes emergency. Otherwise, the goal of preventive archaeology is to provide information for the assessment of the risk of the public works for the archaeological and paleontological context. Of course, if the work is complex, the planning of the archaeological activity is also complex. For example, in the case of roads and railways or works that deeply impact the subsoil. To carry it out, the cooperation between all the parties involved is essential. General contractors, planners, local authorities, archaeologists, geologists, paleontologists. The laws may establish the legal standards for the country and indicate the methods for excavation, research work and publication as it happened with the Valletta or Malta Convention. This convention was adopted on 16 January 1992. It is based on the principle of integrated conservation of the archaeological heritage and may be extended to every country in the world. At the same time, attention should be paid for the future to regulating and standardizing the time frames and methods of documentation. The starting point is to have the complete framework of knowledge in advance before activating any decision-making process. Preventive archaeology is correctly practiced only if the territory is adequately known thanks to all kinds of information tools, through the study of the available documentation, bibliographical and of archive, through surveys, not invasive fieldwork, aerial views, and, where it is necessary, through the excavations. It is relevant to map evidences and finds which emerge from the excavations as much as possible. I speak about evidences, both positive and negative. A lot of archaeological works have been carried out, but not always they are known since they were not published nor properly published. Negative evidences also should be noted, because later it will be useful to know if something was found on that site or not. What I recommend: mapping and georeferencing according to a geographic information system throughout the territory. The database should be one, national, central, and should be shared on open access to people. We talked about opening up data to citizens, but when evidence is preserved, it can become an archaeological site to be opened to the public. In some cases, excavated remains can coexist with the modern public work, as in subways or building foundations. Otherwise, in specific cases of fragmentary or not so good preservation, remains can be dismantled and relocated to a museum. but the overall goal is always to share and to open to all.